And you can see it is not going to go over the stairs. I'm even trying to do it in manual mode. And as you can see, it prevents itself from going any further. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Eufy by Anker G30 robot vacuum cleaner. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. You can see the nice retail box and packaging right here, walking us through some of the key features for this vacuum. So it has their Smart Dynamic Navigation 2.0, works with Wi-Fi. We have path tracking sensors, and we have a 2000 PA super strong suction. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, you can see we have a quick start guide followed by a customer service and contact card. Then we have our warranty information. This does come with a 1-year limited warranty. Next, you can see we have our owner's manual right here walking us through everything we need to know about this vacuum, how to prepare, set it up, and how to use the Eufy Home app for this RoboVac. Next, you can see we have some zip ties right here for cable management with the power cord. Here's the power cord. You're going to plug right in your wall into the charging base. Here's the charging base. You can see indicator light up here. We have a nice little tray we could use if we wanted to store some of the included tools. Here's the charging contacts. We can flip it around to the back side. You can see the Eufy logo and branding with more information for us. And we have our grip feet right here and proper positioning diagram to help us. That's where the charging cord's going to plug into, and we have extra room right here if we want to route the cable that way, and we can also zip tie up and put the extra cable right there. Next, we have our side cleaning brushes. We have our cleaning tool, great for tangles and such. We have an extra air filter. And last but not least, we have the RoboVac itself. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. So here's the vacuum up close. Check it out. Up top, we have the Eufy logo and branding. We have our 3 control buttons and our Wi-Fi indicator light. Really nice design and pattern up top. Looks great with the blue rings. We have a prompt to let us know to switch the power button on before use. We can also remove these 2 bumper protectors right there. Let's look at it from the front side. You can see that bumper with our sensors for navigation. We'll look at it from the side. There's our on and off switch. Make sure to turn that on. You can see from the back side right here with our dust bin. Here it is from the other side. Again, you can see that play for the bumper right there as it navigates. We can flip it upside down too. We can learn more about this RoboVac. You can see our spring-loaded drive wheels. This is where we're going to install our side cleaning brush, our omnidirectional wheel. Here's our battery compartment right here. If we need to get access to that, we have 2 screws to remove. Charging contacts, cliff sensors right there. You can see our main brush roller. So check that out. Here's how everything looks. We can easily take that out to clean and untangle as needed. We have a little wheel on the back side. Let's go ahead. Let's open up that dust bin. So here we go. Here's the dust bin. You can see we already have 1 air filter installed. We do have that replacement one as needed to clean and swap out. And you can see where all of our dirt, dust, and debris is going to collect right there in this RoboVac, and then it just clips right back in place. Now let's go ahead, let's get this set up. So first thing we're going to do to set up the vacuum is to get the side brush installed. You can see where it's going to go. We have our little square backing. We just gently press it in place, and we have successfully installed the side brush. Now let's go ahead, let's let this charge and download the Eufy Home app on our iOS and Android devices and finish setup. All right, so now we have the Eufy Home app downloaded on our mobile device. You can see the screen we're gonna be at once we sign in or create an account. Now we're ready to add a device. So here we go. You can see all the different smart devices you can add. In this case, we wanna add our RoboVac, and you can see all the different makes and models right here. So in our case, let's just look at them all just for fun. Look at that, so many. We're gonna be adding the G30 today. And now you can see we need to connect to our Wi-Fi network. Make sure you connect to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. This will not work with a 5 gigahertz network. So go ahead, find your network, enter your password, and select next. Now we're taken to a screen that prompts us to make sure that we've powered on the vacuum on the side and that the Wi-Fi status light is blinking slowly. In our case, everything looks great, so we can confirm the status, select next. And now you can see we need to connect to the Wi-Fi in our device settings and return back to the app. So here it is. You can see Eufy RoboVac G30. We can select that as our network and go back to the Eufy Home app. And now you can see when we're back into the app, it's connecting to the vacuum. So now you can see our device was successfully added. It just took a couple of seconds. If for some reason you get all the way to 100% and it doesn't connect, chances are if you're making it that long in the process, you're not gonna connect, but you can let it finish out. Then just go ahead, follow the instructions to reset it. So you're gonna power off your vacuum, turn it back on, then hold down the play pause button for around 10 seconds till you hear a voice prompt letting you know that it's been factory reset. Try everything again and you should be all set and ready to go. So at this stage, we can choose a name if we want. Let's just leave it RoboVac. We can save the name and there we go. Congrats, everything's set up and we have successfully added the RoboVac. Now let's go ahead, let's dive in and look at some more device details. So entering into our device, go ahead, you can just select it and now you can see we're greeted to a main screen showing us our cleaning area, cleaning time, what mode the RoboVac's in. We also have some more settings in the top right-hand corner so you can see we can share this device. We can add a member here if we want. We have voice settings too, so you can see we can adjust those as desired. Next, we have Find My Robot. So watch what happens. It's going to chime for us so we can find it around the house in the event it gets stuck or doesn't make its way back home. Next, you can see we have manual control so we can drive the robot right here and we can quickly make it clean, spot clean, or go to recharge. So why don't we go ahead? You want to turn it around for a second? Let's start it.
Start remote control.
All right, here we go. Oh, cool. Going forward. All right, turning around. Very responsive, that's nice. And you can see we can also just tap it too if we want to just have a more precise turn. All right, let's go back out. Do not disturb mode. We have auto return cleaning on or off. So you can see when the battery's too low, it'll continue cleaning. It'll automatically return to the charging base. Once charged 80%, it'll resume cleaning in the area which it stopped. So we can turn that on or off right there. We have our unit settings, meters or feet, accessory services, so you can see we can learn more about the vacuum and the health of everything and how much of it has been depleted or used up for each individual piece and when you may need to buy and replace. Firmware updates, we just updated the firmware, you can see currently up to date. Help and feedback and an activity log upload, so we can turn that on or off. We can remove the device if we're getting rid of it for whatever reason or need to swap accounts, that sort of thing. And then back on the main screen right here, you can see we have a couple different options. So first up, we have our suction settings right here, standard, turbo, and max, featuring boost IQ. So that will switch between the modes depending on what we want, which is nice. Or we can choose the individual ones. Then we have our clean, so we could have it start cleaning right now. We could have it go home to recharge. We could initiate spot cleaning. We can view our schedules right here if we want to set a start time for it to clean and the suction level. You have that option right there. And then you can see we can view our cleaning history. So once we use the vacuum, it'll populate the cleaning history for us right here. And then you can see we have a map as well. There's no map right now. It has not been used yet. So obviously we don't have a map there. So now let's go ahead. Let's start using the vacuum to clean. First up, we have the vacuum on a hard floor right here. So let's go ahead. Let's start our cleanup. We're going to showcase the spot cleaning feature right now. So we're going to activate that from our phone. And you can see it's going to start doing a spot clean for us. Now you can see we have the vacuum cleaning in the kitchen here. So watch as it navigates around. You can get a feel for the pattern just in our regular cleaning mode. So you can see it's going to come back now. It's going to continue on with our nice row by row navigation. It's going to bump into an obstacle. And then you can see it's going to make its way back and clean in that nice zigzag and logical pattern. Now we have the vacuum on a collision course with the stairs, so check it out. It's going right up to the landing right here, and you can see it is not going to go over the stairs. I'm even trying to do it in manual mode, and as you can see, it prevents itself from going any further thanks to those built-in cliff sensors at the bottom of the vacuum. So now you can see how the RoboVac cleans on carpet. I went ahead too, I changed the suction setting. So now we're using the max setting instead of Boost IQ, just so we could see what sort of lines it's going to leave on the carpet. And if you look closely, you can see its cleaning pattern. So when it goes those long distances, it'll leave nice lines back and forth. And then obviously you can see it's doing some smaller cleaning patterns right here as it figures out the room. This is the first time it's even been in this bedroom. So you can see it's going to take its sweet time going back and forth all around cleaning the room for us. But no issues to report back of its performance on carpet, especially with those stronger suction settings. It will be able to lift dirt, dust, and debris out of the carpet, but it has no issues driving on it or transitioning from carpet to a hard floor or anything along those lines. So we just finished our first clean with the RoboVac. Let's go ahead, let's look at the dust bin contents. So let's check it out right here, and we'll gently open it up without trying to make a big mess. There we go. So look at all the dirt, dust, and debris we were able to pick up. Look at how fine those dust particles are. And then underneath, you can see we have a lot heavier contents. Sticks, we have a bead, we have a lot of pet hair in here. So you can get a feel of the household contents it's going to be able to pick up, but I'm pretty impressed that we can get that really fine dirt and dust. So that's just a testament to the suction power of this vacuum, that it's able to lift a lot of that out of the carpet. Obviously the hard floors as well too, but that's really going to be able to lift that dirt and dust out of the carpet. And we can get larger size items like beads. So if you have a kid with a lot of, I don't know, toys and junk and things like that, little beads and things can also get sucked up in the vacuum, in case you're wondering. So it can handle a wide variety and range of contents that it's able to pick up and clean around your house. Now let's go ahead, let's look back at the mobile app again. So you can see we were able to clean 742 square feet in 71 minutes. And at that 71-minute mark, the battery died and it went home to recharge. It was able to find the charging base and everything like that. Don't forget, battery life is kind of obsolete now that we have the ability to have it go home, charge, and resume cleaning. So you have that feature built in as well. And if you're not happy with 60 or 70 minutes of battery life, you can always increase or decrease the suction power to either get a better clean or to have longer battery life. So for us, that suction power was set to Boost IQ, besides the little bit you saw where we were vacuuming the carpet with max. So that's probably what I would recommend, is leave it on Boost IQ to give you the ability to have it go to turbo suction as needed depending on the surface environment. And now we can see cleaning history. If we open that up on the app, it'll load. We can see our clean right here, and it gives us a map as well. So this does have some mapping capabilities. We can't edit the map or anything along those lines, but you can see a map of where and what it was able to clean, which is cool, just to give an indicator of the coverage. So that's always nice that we have some mapping abilities there. And then you can see right here with the map, there it is from the previous clean. So let me share with you my final thoughts after using the Eufy G30 robot vacuum cleaner. First, I gotta say, this is the very first Eufy RoboVac I've ever had in the studio. I've reviewed a ton of RoboVacuums on the channel, but this is my first experience with Eufy, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So with this particular vacuum, I think the best feature is it's very similar, right, to a lot of other RoboVacs on the market today at this price point. But but it kind of has a slight advantage with the navigation. So I don't know how they do it, but this is able to create a map of your house. Unfortunately, the map isn't advanced enough where you can set no-go zones, no clean zones, or anything along those lines, but it is cool that we have some mapping, I'll put that in air quotes, mapping capabilities. And along those lines, this does give us our neat row navigation. Typically, that's a premium feature you find on LiDAR vacuums, in vacuums that cost a couple $100 more than this particular vacuum. So I like those features that we have, and it has the resume cleaning option. So count me impressed with the features that we get at this price point. Now, with all that being said, I want to point out some reasons why you might want to choose a different vacuum as well. So for me in particular, once you use a self-emptying base, it is very, very, very hard to go back to a vacuum without it. So for me, I'm spoiled. I'm always going to have a RoboVac as my main RoboVac that has a self-emptying base, because the whole reason I'm buying one of these in the first place is because I want to not vacuum or deal with that chore whatsoever. And a self-emptying base takes me one step further in that complete full automation. Second reason is you might want a RoboVac that has mopping capabilities as well. There's a lot of 2-in-1 RoboVacs out there. And then lastly, you might want to have a RoboVac that has LiDAR navigation or just advanced navigation that gives us, room by room cleaning, virtual no-go zones, virtual clean zones, mop zones, that sort of thing, where you can set where it can and can't go, and you can really rearrange your house, so to speak, the digital map as needed. And with some of those other advanced RoboVacs, they also have multi-level and room support. So with this one, you could take it to like the second story or to have it clean the basement, because it doesn't know where it is, so to speak. Anyways, it'll just generate a map of its clean. But there are other vacuums out there that are more advanced. But with that being said, they're going to cost a lot more too. So you kind of got to weigh the pros and cons, and what do you really want versus what do you really need, and what can you afford? Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.